Joining us this week on the Franklin Nuts podcast is Oisin Carroll. Oisin is a young impressionist from Cork City. At only 17, he is our youngest guest to date and has a massive future ahead of him. Oisin draws inspiration from the likes of Foran, Scheiffer Bates, Jamie Foxx and Conor Sketches. Here's a little preview of what's to come.
The UK's national treasure, Sir David Attenborough. David, thanks for being here with us this evening.
It's very good to be here.
So we've watched your nature documentaries all down through the years.
Just very quickly before this week's podcast starts, I just want to remind you of a competition we have running over on our Instagram page. So we've teamed up with My Core Supplements and they've given us this brilliant fitness hamper to give away to one of you guys to get in shape for Christmas. So, how do you enter the competition? It's very easy. All you got to do is head over to Instagram, search Frankly Nuts. Once you've hit our profile, click that follow button, screenshot the competition post and put it in your story tagging at Frankly Nuts and add it to your story for 24 hours. Once you've that done, you're entered into the competition. It's that easy. And while you're at it, why not head over to www.mycoresupplements.ie and check out all their fitness products and supplements they have available. They're a Cork business, so why not support your own? And when you spend €60 or more, you get free delivery. So what more could you want? Hope you enjoy the podcast, guys. So guys, welcome back to the Frankly Nuts podcast, episode number 18.
Yeah, delighted to be here and thrilled to be with Oisin Carroll today. Oisin Carroll is a young impressionist from Cork. Oisin, what's the crack?
How much now yourself?
Not too
Tipping
bad.
away, episode 18, happy to be here. So, I suppose let's get straight into it. Impressions.
Get the chat going.
Yeah, impressions. How long have you been doing your impressions?
A few years now. I'd say I started when I was about 10, I'd say.
Okay.
Trips with like my soccer team, my like football teams and stuff.
Yeah.
That sort of thing.
Just to mates,
Impersonating
like,
each other,
in-
like,
yeah,
is it?
like
Or?
that sort of thing, and like bus journeys.
Yeah.
Managers, like, because I know they're talking to you so often.
Yeah.
they're probably like, some of them are my best. Some people say.
They'd go down well with the mates and all that, like plenty laughs.
Actually,
Like,
the other night we lost county final the other day.
Oh.
We actually had a great laugh afterwards. We went back to the bar or whatever, and I did my impression to your man, like to the coach.
Yeah.
And
went down well.
Yeah, enjoyed that.
And is that how you that's how you kind of got into it, really? Was it just
Yeah,
team buses?
that sort
and
of thing.
Bantering?
Yeah,
really?
like just doing weird stuff with my voice to make my friends laugh.
And when did you realise you were good at it? Like, did you know kind of from the off that you were good and had a bit of a knack for it, or did it take a bit of time?
I'm not really sure, to be honest. I'd say it took a bit of time. Like,
Yeah.
like, I don't know. Like, I'd say my friends were just sort of telling me, like, and I suppose on those bus journeys or whatever, I just got a pretty good reaction.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty much
You
it.
can always judge it off that. If you make
Yeah.
the lads laugh, like,
yeah,
you know,
making
it's
the lads
gonna
laugh is
carry you a long way.
I suppose, like, I think as well, fitting in. Like in the early days, I wouldn't have been the most popular. Like,
Cool.
So I don't know, trying to fit in, like, being
It
able to
helped
do
laugh,
weird
like,
stuff with my
yeah,
voice,
yeah.
making
Yeah.
lads laugh was good.
Very good.
And once you kind of nailed the impressions, once you kind of got them down, who was the first person you kind of said, "Look, I can do these"?
First person
And
I
you
nailed.
kind of Who was the first person you impersonated to? Was it your friends? Was it your mom?
That's a tough one. I'd say it was just managers and teachers, like primary school teachers, because like it's just they're in your company so often that I don't know, you just kind of get into it. Like you start picking up stuff and you don't even realize.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. And with impressions, like, do you think, like, is it a bit of a talent, or is there like a lot of hard work and practice in it? Is it a bit of both? Is it a bit of a mix?
I think it's definitely a bit of both.
Bit of both, yeah.
Like some of them I pick up way easier than others. Like an example now for that would be like Brian O'Driscoll or like Buff Egan. I couldn't do Buff or like Donald Trump at all at the start. Like,
Okay, yeah.
It took me like a load of goes to try and get it.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what I was sounding like there at the start, trying to do them. Like
Yeah.
So yeah, it's for some of them they just come naturally. Others don't at all.
Okay,
You have to
yeah.
keep trying.
Cool. And would you practice for? Sorry, cut you off.
Yeah.
Would you practice for much? Like, would you practice much every day?
I do practice a good bit, and to be honest, like the fact that people are asking me to do them so often is practice in itself.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't feel like I've prepare like a lot.
Cool.
Yeah, and is it like studying videos and stuff? And
Yeah,
is that how
for
you do
example,
it?
like Rob Lipsett now, definitely.
You
was
just watch his
studying
vlogs
videos. Like his hand moves like, what's going on, everyone? Like his hand, he has his hand up here every time, just all the time. It's great. Everything's great. So like that sort of thing now.
Yeah.
And Buff Egan at the start of every single like story and video goes, yeah, look, there's certain like that sort of thing. Yeah, look, that kind of thing.
I love how you could just switch into it, like,
Yeah.
I love to do it, like.
And how much of it is like the voice versus like the facial kind of, the mannerisms and stuff? I'd
Yeah.
imagine that is a part of it, but
It is.
obviously the voice is a big part of it, but the facial.
Yeah, I definitely work on the voice first.
Mm.
If like after I kind of get the hang of the voice, I think the other things just sort of come
Fall
into
into
it.
place, yeah.
Like from watching Rob Lipsett, the hand movements just came naturally, sort
Yeah.
of thing, and I don't even realize. Like when I'm putting up stories now, I think one of my friends said the other day they know who the impression is before they even listen to it because where my hand is before I actually. So like if I'm doing Rob, my hand's always up here before I do it. So like that's what
Yeah, there's a lot of, even with Rio, like, Rio kind of speaks out the side. There's, they all have
Look at you there,
certain, I gotta keep my voice, but do the mannerisms.
And like, do you know, with all these impressionists, you have McGregor, you have Boff, how do you think of everyone? Like, do you sit down at night, do you see him on the telly, do you say, fuck, I wanna do him? Or?
Thinking of them is actually hard sometimes. Like if I'm thinking to myself, all right, I've put up videos of like I'd say to myself, like I've done McGregor, I've done Rob Lipsett, I've done like all these people. Like how am I gonna make videos now that are kind of
new and relevant?
Yeah,
like,
what people enjoyed at the same time. So like I put up a Peter Griffin one there with Stewie, and it was like him ordering like a ball sack pizza from like Domino's. But like then I was thinking to myself, how am I going to make videos with Peter Griffin and Stewie that aren't the same, but how can I still actually put them in videos and stuff?
It's not only doing the voices, like, but you have to think of scenarios as well.
Yeah,
like, don't you?
That's also the hard part.
It's
the
almost like
voices,
sketch comedy, like you have to think of it.
Yeah, you do have to. Yeah.
And that must be very hard, like, is it?
That is one of the hardest parts, is actually making the sketch.
Yeah.
Like, because I was thinking to myself there, like, oh, this impression, now I've nailed this one.
It's hilarious.
But
like,
now, how am I going to make a video about it? Like, and sometimes it can be actually just in front of your nose without realizing. So like, I think I put up on my story there the other day. It was like Rob Lipsett making like a toasted cheese sandwich or something. Like that's just so like normal in front of your nose, but you could just make it out to be something like really like serious, like and dangerous. Making a toasted cheese sandwich, like this is a big leap for some people, like because Rob Lipsett's, he's so motivational. He's just like, you only live once, just go out and do it. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. It's like, you can make this toasted cheese sandwich. It's going to be great. You're going to enjoy it.
But that's definitely the way Lipsett carries on, like, isn't it? Even with the simplest of tasks, like, has just absolute passion involved in it. Is there anyone you think is like too hard to do? Like, is there any people out there that are?
There are some people that are very hard.
Yeah, is there?
Like some people's voices. Like if I stayed at it long enough, I'd be able to get it.
Yeah.
I couldn't. I remember watching Jeremy Clarkson videos.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Like I wouldn't even attempt it now to the lads. Like it's very hard.
And is there any accents you'd shy away from? Like, you know, the Geordie accent now is a kind of a. It might be an easy one to impersonate, but is there certain accents you think, all right, just not gonna?
I wouldn't say I shy away from it. It's usually people who are like in the kind of like limelight and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And I just look for them. I don't really like think of the accents. Think of the people to do that people know and stuff. Like if people come up and say like or like what accents can you do, I'd say like they're not really accents, they're people. Yeah.
And obviously as an impressionist yourself, I presume you kind of follow a few impressionists out there and stuff. Do you have a favourite, or do you have a couple that are really high in your estimations?
I'd say Foran would be my favourite.
The Irishman.
I like as soon as I made the page, I kind of followed him straight away, and I suppose seeing like he saw like the word impressions was in my name, he followed me back straight away. Like and he's liked a few of the videos and stuff. He said like keep up the work and that sort of thing. So it's pretty sound.
Good to hear. Like,
and he's relatively new. Like, is he? How long has he been?
He's out a couple of years. Like, I think like, McGregor was his kind of big one. Like, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, McGregor. He's
he even thanked McGregor in person, like, didn't he?
He's made a couple. He was on stage with Floyd Mayweather. And impersonating McGregor to Mayweather and all that. I actually watched a video of him last night with Eddie Hearn, do you know, the boxing promoter? He's very good in impressions as well.
Chris Eubank?
Chris Eubank was the best.
He's unreal at him. I was totally shocked.
For a boxing promoter, like, you just be like...
just didn't expect it. He's a gas man, like.
And out of everyone you do, who's your favourite to impersonate?
At the moment, I'd say Rob Lipsett. I'd say if you ask any of the people watching my stories now as well, they'd be like, oh yeah, he loves doing Rob Lipsett, like, because I don't know, for some reason, if I'm doing anything at all in my day, like, and if I want to kind of stay active on the page or something, I just put up what I'm doing at that time, like Rob Lipsett voice, like, sorry, I'm just doing my business homework now. If I get it done, I can watch on Netflix.
Like, it works, like, doesn't it? Yeah, absolutely.
If you didn't put your hand up there now, would you find it awkward to do Rob?
Yeah,
you would. You're just so like, you know, like it's so almost getting you're almost getting in character, like.
Yeah.
I just want to cast that there. Sorry, cut across.
So another big one you do is Buff Egan, and I think we saw on Instagram that you actually did a 2 Buff Egan the other day.
I did.
What was that experience like?
It was unusual, alright. Yeah. Like doing the impression.
I'd say he'd be a hard man to please, like.
What was it like? Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what to make of the reaction. Like.
How did it come about? Like, did he?
So he came. So we're doing the school show at the moment.
Yeah.
And like, fair play. Like, they got Buff Egan down to the school to act, basically. So like in the play, we have this kind of this whiteboard at the front of the school, and the teachers shoot videos basically on the whiteboard that are shown on the night of the show. So like throughout the rehearsals of the show, the teachers would get other teachers out of class to like do funny stuff. And they'd show them then the night of the like live show. So basically they decided to get Buff Egan down, like to act as Principal Buff.
Go away. Yeah. Jeez, I've got on with, I'd say.
It was, it'll be funny. Right.
So the reaction, you weren't quite sure what to make.
I wasn't quite sure. He was like, oh Jesus. He's like, Jesus. I was kind of
I'd say he would know what to make of
himself.
Like,
I didn't really know what to make of it either.
Stay tuned anyway.
Yeah, stay tuned to it. And like a lot of impressionists, when they start off, they do these impressions and they kind of grow. And a lot of them end up going into stand-up comedy. Yeah. Is that something you'd kind of see down the line, or?
Maybe. One thing I'm very interested in is becoming an actor.
Yeah.
I'm doing film acting now at the moment out in Irish Film Academy.
Cool.
It's across from School of Weir there in town, and I'm really enjoying that at the moment. That'll be definitely something
down the line.
Probably one my like main dream, to be honest, is become a successful actor. Like.
We'll see in the Young Offenders Part 2 or something there in a couple of
years. Maybe even Fair City.
But I feel as though like the Instagram page is kind of sort of building a platform for that in a way. Like yeah.
And where your Instagram handle, it's Oisin Carroll Impressions, I think.
It's Osh. Okay. So like OIS_impressions _music.
Okay. You do a bit of music as well. How did you get into that?
As well. I don't know. I just seem to have a bit of a passion for that. I learned how to play the guitar for about like 7 years, I'd say.
Yeah.
Out in Turner's Cross by a fella, his name's Sean Kelleher, really good teacher. Like
plug for Sean.
Yeah,
Sean.
Basically, do you know Drake and Josh?
Yeah.
Show. I was inspired by Drake from that.
Yeah.
Looked up to him almost.
Chilling out in his bed playing like the electric guitar, and I was like, Mom, I need to learn how to play the guitar.
Yeah.
When I was young, like so. She brought me out to all the lessons, and I actually started getting really sick at lessons. Like I had soccer training, and I get dressed in the car, go straight to the guitar lesson then. And I was like, oh, this is getting really. I'm sick of this now.
Yeah.
And my mom kept making me go, and fair play to her, like, because I'm actually really enjoying playing it now.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
And you kind of write your own songs and stuff as well.
I write my own songs and stuff. Yeah. And I suppose.
So busy man.
I know, yeah.
Right, man, what age is 17?
17.
Jesus, impressions, writing music, playing the guitar.
Yeah.
Done more than me in my fucking life.
So like one of the examples there, like where I kind of found out I was kind of passionate about like singing and stuff. I did woodwork from first to third year. You pick these sort of like options. And I picked woodwork, and I was horrendous at woodwork. Like me and this other fella would literally have. Lachlan McGrath's his name.
Shout out to Lachlan.
Me and Lachlan would literally nearly have competitions of who could like make the worst woodwork project. It was that bad. It was laugh. But I'd be so bored, and I just start singing like in class. I just start singing, and like the fella next to me would be like, "Oh, Sheen, like shut up! Like I'm trying to work here. Like shut up." And I'm just singing away now.
Got into it.
Yeah.
So I suppose great to get a bit of background on the whole thing.
Yeah.
We have a game, right, that we have planned. We did not take this from another podcast.
We did.
So the plan is to ask Oisin a question, one impression, and then on to the next, basically. So Kev, do you want to kick us off?
Absolutely, Joe. Thanks for putting me in the hot seat. Yeah, touching my knee. So first off, we have Alex Ferguson. So what I want to ask you, Mr. Ferguson, is you were the man that recommended David Moyes into the hot seat. In hindsight, do you think that was a bad mistake?
Oh no, it was absolutely a terrible mistake now. You know, at the time now, he's a fantastic manager. You know, went to shite then now. You know, what was he doing now? Manchester United now. Man, Fellaini, like, he's taking the piss now.
You're just not happy with it anyway.
No, absolutely not happy with it.
Jeez, that's very good. Yeah. You know, the chewing gum is brilliant.
Chewing, yeah. So the next person we have is Jose Mourinho. So Jose.
Hello.
The chosen one, or is it the special one? What's his name?
It's the special one.
Isn't it? Special one.
Jose
and the special one.
So you were the next man into the hot seat, right? I think you've recovered things slightly. Zlatan is back on the scene. What are your plans going forward with Zlatan?
I think that Zlatan is an amazing player. Zlatan is the best striker, one of the best strikers in Europe. I will probably consider starting him with Lukaku.
Whoa, big decision. Big decision.
I think so. I think him and Lukaku would be amazing together.
What about Rashford?
No. No.
Simple answer.
Maybe on the wing, 4-4-2. Rashford right mid.
It's interesting.
Lukaku.
Very interesting.
Lukaku and Zlatan up front. Very good.
Love it.
Jeez, that's brilliant. Thanks, Jose. So next up we have Harry Redknapp. So Harry Redknapp.
Oh, well, you know.
So Harry, you've been kind of known to be a bit of a wheeler dealer in the transfer.
Well, it's nonsense that. No.
So there's absolutely no truth to those rumours.
No, there's absolutely no truth to that. No way.
It's almost like he's here, like when you're.
It's actually kind of creepy, like.
If you close your eyes, you're almost picturing him. Like
Harry talked.
Go on, you're up next, bud.
So next up we have Wayne Rooney, formerly of United as well. He's recently gone back to Liverpool and the blue side of town, Everton. Unfortunately, during the week for this man, big Reds fan, Liverpool, the red side of town had a capitulation. They were 3-0 up
at half
against
time.
Sevilla at half time.
We all know the final result.
And they finished 3-3. Wes, what are your thoughts?
Cheeseburgers. I love cheeseburgers and lettuce, please.
Very good. And next up then we have Mr. Rio Ferdinand. So Rio, you're a former teammate of Wayne Rooney. So there's rumours you're going into the boxing ring. Is that true?
Oh yeah, man, I'm going into the boxing ring. It's going to be amazing, man. I can't wait to go into the boxing ring. Seriously, stay tuned, man.
And what do you say to the naysayers, Rio? There's a lot of people doubting you.
Oh, fuck the naysayers. I'm going to be the new world champion, yeah?
That's a brilliant one.
Yeah.
Rio,
what weight division, Rio, do you think?
Heavyweight. Without a doubt.
First round knockout?
First round knockout.
Against who? You can't just say that, like.
Against who?
Tyson Fury.
Tyson Fury,
yeah.
Tyson.
So, speaking of boxing, Conor McGregor, he used to be on the walls here. He's now gone.
He's gone with a bit out of Conor,
behaviour. You know, we've
shied away from him ourselves.
Shied away from it, but Conor recently, you had a big boxing match against Floyd Mayweather.
Probably the biggest.
And a lot of people say that Floyd kind of gave you the first 2 or 3 rounds. What do you say to those people?
I say, fuck them, yeah? I feel very good. I fought 10 rounds with Floyd, and I fought 10 very good rounds with Floyd, so they can shut their mouths.
Love it.
And, like, there's rumours, will he go back into the UFC? And if he does...
Of course I'll go back to the fucking UFC.
And if you do...
your mind.
Who's next? Is it Tony? Is it Nate?
Nate Diaz trilogy.
Yeah.
Ooh, interesting. And what's the outcome there?
First round knockout.
Interesting.
Love it.
If you're a betting man, bet on it.
Bet on it. So yeah, do you have any more questions for me?
Oh jeez, I'm intimidated by Conor, so I gotta let that one go.
Shut the fuck up.
So yeah, speaking of Nate Diaz, Nate, we haven't seen you.
Conor's gonna get his ass beat.
We haven't seen you since the last Conor fight. Where have you been, man? What's up?
You know, I've been looking to fight Conor. Conor's running away. I want to fight Conor. Conor, if you're watching this, I want to fight you, man. You just keep running away, Conor. Let's go. Let's do the trilogy.
What'll be the result of the trilogy, Nate, do you think?
I'm going to choke him out.
Love it. I feel like a dog, Nate.
I love it.
Yeah, enjoy that.
So we're gonna go from one American Beauty to the next, and this one might be a bit controversial that I called it him American Beauty, but Mr. Donald Trump, the President of the United States.
Thank you for having me. Okay. Thank you for having me.
So Donald.
It's really, really great to be here. Okay, really, really great.
So
You didn't even know this.
yeah.
Go ahead, know that.
So Donald, what I want to ask you is Hillary Clinton. So you know Hillary.
Hillary Clinton is a loser. Okay, she's a loser.
Okay, but let me finish. Let me finish, Donald. So look, Hillary, she was on our famous Late Late show in Ireland. It's one of our biggest TV shows. So she was good enough to come to Irish shores. Can we expect
She didn't. They filmed them in New York.
Did they? I'm sure she was in Ireland, bud. And Ryan Tuberty like last week or 2 or 3 weeks ago.
It was filmed in New York.
Are you sure?
Yeah, he was.
So she
over
didn't
there.
come to the shores?
Yeah. She has done in the past now. I'll
she?
give you that. So yeah, I'll give you
Fake news.
So would you come on the Late Late show?
Absolutely not.
Why not?
Why not? The Irish
Absolutely
public would
not.
love you, I'd imagine.
Ryan Tuberty. No. I will not talk to Ryan Tuberty. Okay? No. I've got bigger things to be doing. I'm the President of the United States of America. Okay, there's a lot of things I need to be doing, like tweeting. That's a really big factor. As being a President of the United States, you have to tweet. You have to reach out to Twitter. It's really, really important. Okay?
Perfect, thanks, Donald. So go ahead. Were you going to say something?
No, I just.
You were squeaking.
I'm just in awe, really. I'd love to have this talent.
Oh, stop. So I just love how we can go from one to the next. It's just class, like.
And like we haven't taken breaks or anything. This is just continuous. This is talent, hard work.
So going from one national treasure, dubious national treasure Donald Trump, to another, the UK's national treasure, Sir David Attenborough. David, thanks for being here with us this evening.
It's very good to be here.
So we've watched your nature documentaries all down through the years. One question we want to ask you speak about all these species with such passion. Do you yourself have a favourite species?
Oh, that's very hard to answer. There's so many beautiful species across the world. But my favourite are blue tits, I think.
The bird, is
the
it?
blue tit. The
bird. Likes the old blue titties.
I think Joe's a fan of the tits as well. So we go from one English treasure to Ireland's national treasure. These are brilliant. Okay, so we go from one national treasure to Ireland's national treasure, and we have Mr.
You're speaking with me?
No, it takes you relax. We have Mr. We've seen a bit of him already in the podcast, but we have Mr. Rob Lipset. Rob, how are you?
Hey guys, great to be here. Thanks for having me.
No problem at all. So Rob, what I want you to describe to our audience is, what is your perfect Saturday night?
Oh god, there's so many great things you can do on a Saturday night. You can go to the gym, you can make protein pancakes. You can have protein pancakes for your dinner on a Saturday night, just relaxing. But I think now it would be just relaxing in a cozy house. Me and Sarah back together.
Ooh.
I think just chilling out with Sarah, watching a chick flick or something like Gossip Girl on the TV, Netflix. I think that's my ideal Saturday night.
Hey, that's everyone's perfect Saturday night, I'd imagine.
Oh yeah, that's great.
So, last but not least, we have Buff Egan. That was an awful. I don't know what I was doing. No, it wasn't. So last but not least, we have Buff Egan. So Buff, we've seen down through the year, I suppose last year you've made it big, and you've received a lot of social media hate, I've seen. What are your thoughts on those people who have given you hate on social media or even in person? We've seen some footage of that.
Yeah, look, they're all obsolete mules.
Yeah.
Obsolete mules is what they are, you know. Sometimes I don't know if it's worth the hassle. You know, I've been commentating on hurling games across the country now for years, and I get a load of disrespect, man. I'm a stallion, man.
Do you just block these haters, or do you respond to these haters? Or?
I respond to the haters, man.
Okay, and Buff, what would your predictions be for Cork hurling, seeing as we're in Cork right now? And
Yeah, look, you know, they beat Clare. They beat Clare well, and I think they'll manage okay, you know.
can we go one better next year and make it? Did we make it to the final?
Did we make it?
Yeah, look,
I was at the
yeah.
same final. Yeah.
Yeah, look, they could go one better, right? But I don't think they'd get too far. Actually, no. I think you might get knocked out in the first round, actually.
Oh, predictions from Buff. So, do you have anything else?
Yeah, I just want to ask Buff one last question. So, I personally am from Middleton myself, and my club mate is Conor Lahan. I'd love to get your opinions on Conor Lahan, Buff, as a player.
He's a stallion, man. He's strong and powerful. That man can score points, man. I think he's a very good hurler.
Brilliant. Love it,
Brilliant.
Buff.
Yeah, thanks
Love
very
it,
much
Buff.
for joining us, Buff.
So Oisin, you can come back to character.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
They were
absolutely
they were
unreal,
fantastic.
to be fair. And what's most impressive is just the fact you can go from one to the other to the other.
Thanks.
Do you ever practice that? Like, do you
I
spend?
don't, from one to the other, you mean?
Yeah.
Not really, no.
Yeah,
So, like,
that's
we
what
kind
I'd
of put him
imagine
under a
that
bit of
would've been
pressure
tough.
doing that, and you
big time.
absolutely fucking nailed it. I don't want to curse again.
Unless
Ad
people are
revenue.
asking me to go from one to the other.
Yeah.
Like sometimes people would be like, do like, I don't know, for example, like Buff and Rob at a takeaway or something.
Yeah, back like a
That sort of
conversation
thing.
or whatever.
Otherwise, it would just be like, do your Buff or do your Rob Lipsett, just the one at the time.
Cool, yeah.
Jeez,
yeah.
that's very good. Fair play.
Brilliant,
to you.
yeah.
Thanks.
Fair play.
And I
And
suppose-
massive talent. to
Yeah.
all for.
Yeah, absolutely. And before we finish up and we wrap this up, what's the future, Oisin? What like?
What
I
are
know you're
goals?
only
the
I know you're
dreams.
only in school at the minute. Like, it's a hard question to ask. Yeah.
I know, yeah.
When I was in-
17, like,
when I was in fifth
I
year.
was just thinking, like, what's a breakfast like?
I suppose keep up the Instagram stuff.
Absolutely, you're flying.
Make sure to drop him a follow.
Yeah.
Thank you. So like the impressions and the music, I feel as though now like the impressions are more natural to me. Like they're more natural. So I'm kind of working quite hard at the music stuff at the moment. I'm trying to bring that up to the next level. Like
Cool, yeah.
and keep going to acting on a Saturday morning, I suppose. Just keeping up the Instagram stuff mainly, and yeah.
That's pretty much
Love
it.
it,
Pretty
yeah.
much absolutely.
Yeah. Love it. Sure, you'll definitely you have a big future ahead. In
Yeah.
it.
Thank you.
Look forward to seeing what it brings.
Remember us.
So, before
we wrap up.
definitely hit Oisin a follow on Instagram
Yeah.
is the main one. Yeah. And we'll drop the links in the description below.
So do go follow him.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think you want to give him
Yeah.
something?
So every guest gets a bit of glass of Sheen.
Oh, class.
So here you go.
Thanks
You can
very
hang it
much.
up on,
Podcast. No
your
worries.
mantelpiece. Yeah.
So, Oisin, thanks for coming on. We'll give you the old handshake. Oh, sorry.
You interrupt. He was having a moment there. You pied him. You mugged him off. Oisin, thanks very much.
Thanks very much.
Brilliant. So, I suppose that wraps it up, guys.
Yeah, that's this week's podcast.
Episode
finished.
18. Can't believe we've 18 done at this stage.
Yeah.
And
jeez.
basically, thanks, Oisin, for coming on. And please subscribe to us.
Yeah.
We're begging for them. And follow Oisin.
Yeah, and that's it. And we'll see you next time, guys.
Absolutely. See you next week, guys.
Take it easy.
Cheers.
Thanks for tuning into the podcast. Just a quick reminder about the competition we have running over on Instagram. So be sure to follow Frankly Nuts, screenshot the competition post, put it in your story, tagging at Frankly Nuts in the process, and make sure to add it to your story for 24 hours to be entered into the competition. Again, a big shout out to the guys at My Course Supplements for hooking us up with this fitness supplement hamper. So be sure to check them out on Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat at My Course Supplements. Thanks, guys.